Welcome back to the channel today, everybody. We are doing the unboxing for CX Reaper Incendio Turn 470 kit. This is the next lineup for CX, and it is also the next evolution for Reaper Incendio. So yeah, let's get started. We'll look at the back of the box, go through all the parts, and go from there. So Reaper Incendio, this is honestly such a great thing for Hasbro again, because Reaper Incendio, for those who do not know, for Takara Tomy is locked in a random booster set. So you have to go through all 6 bays and hope you get Reaper Incendio. Or you can shell out $100, buy the complete set, and get Reaper Incendio. So only paying $10 for Reaper Incendio is such a great deal. So yeah, let's go over the parts. So CX is comprised of the blade, the lock chip, the assist blade, the ratchet, and the bit. So now we have a 5-layer system. And that is awesome. It just means more room for customization and more room for improvement for the X lineup. All right, guys, let's get it unboxed. Let's go over each part. So we have our new lock chip, which is kind of a resemblance of the facebolt from Metal Fight, and also the avatar chip from Beyblade Burst. So yeah, this is what locks the blade in place. Pretty cool sideways scheme for Reaper Incendio. Very nice. I love the fact that it's in black. All right, not much else to talk about there. Reaper blade. This is awesome. Like, this is menacingly awesome. Like, menacingly awesome. We have the decals. It's a 4-bladed pattern. The blades actually kind of look like scythe blades. And I just love the crimson red that's with it. Just very, very nice. All right, this is the interesting piece. It is our first flippable assist frame for the CX line. So with the turn frame, you can have it facing downward or facing upward. So this is kind of like the stock form for the turn frame. Now, if you want to flip it upward, you can just by sliding it up and attaching it back to the frame. And what that'll do is that'll in turn kind of give it a downward motion on the blade, essentially, just to give it more downward force is what it's looking like. Also closing in that gap a little bit as well. So yeah, but we're gonna mess with it, just kind of how it comes, and then we'll try it out later. All right, and then we get 470. Not much to talk about there. We've gotten 470 in the past. The only difference is we have this blood red coloring and a dark glossy black. That's actually really cool. The new bit is kick. It's like taper, but with a hexagonal pattern. This is actually really cool. The thing about hexa mixed with taper. This is really nice. Kind of a cool looking bit. I didn't think they would come up with something like this. All right, so let's get it all together real quick, just to show you how it looks, and then we will get it weighed. So when you're doing the locking portion, you stack the frame. Oh yeah, here is your QR code, by the way. So yeah, you stack the assist blade and underneath the blade, and then you put the lock chip in like that, flip it over, and then you put your bit inside of it, and it slides into place, just like that. You should hear that little lock, hence why it's called a lock chip. And then we stack the bit, the ratchet right there, and pop the bit in. And there is our assembled Hell's Reaper. Right, we have the scale out, we have Hell's Reaper, well, Reaper Incendio right there. And as you can see, we have Scythe Incendio as well on the right hand side. We will be doing a quick comparison, and just like we did in the Courage Drawn video, and then we'll be moving on from there. All right, so the Reaper blade completely put together, 36.7 grams, Then we have our scythe blade, 32.5 grams, so it is definitely heavier. Very nice. Then we have our 470, 6.4 grams. Our 460, 6.2 grams. Then our taper bit, 2.2 grams. And then now our kick bit, 2.2 grams as well. All right, let's get these bays fully assembled. We'll do a quick overall weight just to see how much more beefier Reaper Incendio is, and put that on the scale. 45.2 grams, not too bad at all. Now then, we do have Reaper Incendio, 40.9 grams. Definitely an improvement overall on weight. All right, the Beyblades are selected, and we have our Courage drawn from the last video. I figured why not use the CX blade to go up against the CX blade. Then the Shinobi knife 470 level, and then of course the 260 low flat heel sharp. 2-1. And then we'll get a little bit more of an angled launch there to try and get kick to do what it's supposed to do best. 3, 2, 1. Starting things off, heel shark versus Reaper. Battle. Battle. Moving on, we have Knife Shinobi. 2. 3. 4. Lastly, we have Courage drawn. Now, how this is going to work is I'm going to do 2 battles with the turn frame in the stock position, and then we'll do 2 battles with it in the alternate position. 3, 2, 1. 2, 1. All right, round 3, alternate. Alright guys, to wrap this video up, what are my thoughts on Reaper Incendio? Honestly, it outshone Courage, that's for sure. It won all 3 battles. We haven't had that in a while. So I was very shocked at that. Going forward, I do see CX not being that bad of a system. Everybody bags on the hype for CX. Now that I'm starting to get into the CX phase, I don't think the height is that big of an issue. I think it's more about how you launch the bays and how you're going to utilize the bays correctly, rather than the height being an issue. Because we had Kill Shark 260 low flat get taken out by a bay that towers it. And then again, we fought another bay that's supposed to be really good, which is 360 level Shinobi knife, and it got swamped. Then it swamped Courage Draw, which is its own class, which is customized X. So I really think that this bay is a great bay. Definitely pick these CX bays up for your collection. You won't be disappointed. Plus, the fact that you have multiple ways to play just this one blade, with turning the turn frame upside down versus having it like this, brings back memorable Beyblade bursts, like with the wall frame. If you guys remember Wall, that you were able to use that one way and then you're able to use it another way. It just screams Beyblade burst. So it was definitely fun to do. We'll be using this Beyblade a lot more in the videos to come. With that, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I know I did. Please continue to like, comment, and subscribe. With that, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Have a great day, everybody.